Stop number 29 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Dover Downs International Speedway, the Monster Miles. We're here today for the running of the Tax Slayer 400, as we are set for 60 laps of action on this 1 mile concrete oval at Dover Downs International Speedway. And so we're down to 8 races left to go in the season there. Yeah. Points battle is starting to be a little bit of a runaway, I guess you might say, for the championship, but there's still 8 races left to go, so there's a whole lot that can happen between now and the finale at Homestead. So, with all that, let's go to the starting line for the running event. On the pole, it is Kyle Matthews, the number 42, the Coors Light Silver Bullet. He'll be on the pole race event. He's the winner of this season at Rockingham. Beside him would be Dylan Young in car 2, the Miller Ford, winner at Watkins Glen this season. Both of them carry in-car cameras in today's event. Row 2 is Jason Haywood, the winner this season at Darlington in the Southern 500. He'll be alongside Dylan Poteet in car 22 in the MB&A Pontiac. Third row has our third in-car camera. It belongs inside Kev Shearer's car in number 71. And two-time winner this season, Charles Sanford, winner of the night race at Bristol, and he also won the Daytona 500 this season. Row number 4 will have Cole Deaver in the GM Goodwin Chevrolet car number 3 and Phil Parker in car number 5. Deaver, a two-time winner this season at Cleveland and in Atlanta. The fifth row will have Keith Batson in car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford, and car 29, Zachary Fitzwater sits alongside. Going to row number 6, we'll have car number 15, Preston Dive Bomb City Plord in the Hayes Modems Ford, and car number 4, William Brock, the winner this season at California. Next row down, Cat Batson, 3-time winner this season, in car 88, the Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford Thunderbird, and Quentin Moore in car 75. He's been on a tear up late so far, with a couple of top 10 finishes. Next row down, we'll have car number 94, Jessica Shelton, third place in the standings coming into this event. And also a 3-time winner this season in car number 94. And Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Next row down, we'll have car number 9, Ashlyn Boyd in the Spam Ford. And championship leader Joshua Osborne, 2-time winner this season. He won at Indianapolis and also at North Wilkesboro. Next row down, we'll have Patrick Smith in car number 11, the Lowe's Ford. And number 44, Jonathan Zorlin sits alongside. Next row down has car number 19, Jesse Turner, and car number 25, Kyle Langland. Then the next row will have Joshua Coward in car 43, the STP Pontiac. He won the season at the second Michigan race, and he also won the second Richmond race as well. Beside him in the Burger King Chevrolet car 87, Jack Lagacy. Next row down, Nick Baxter, who finally got a top 10 finish the last race in the tour at the Dodge Motor Dome. And he's in car number 81, and car number 1 sits alongside. That's Alexander Rowe. Next row down, we'll have car number 30, Audra Baranowskis in the Pennzoil Pontiac, and Michael Whitman in car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. Next row down, Glenn Duhit in car number 8, and beside him will be car number 10, Ryan Acosta. Next row down has Jordan Lopez in car number 90, and two-time winner season, Paul Minnick in car 18. He won at Bristol, and he also won at the Dodge Motor Dome. The day Bristol win came at the day race, by the way. Next row down has JT Bryant in car number 12 and car number 98, Max Anderson. Going the next row down, we'll have car number 77, Chelsea Bowles in the Jasper Engines Ford. And car number 23, Ryan George, sits alongside the winner of the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. Next row down has Levi McIntyre, second place in the standings coming in this race, 5-time winner this season. And car number 99, the Exoberis SKF Ford. And car number 17, Shane Lake in the Western Auto Parts America Chevrolet. Next row down, we'll have car number 16, Johnny Gardner, the winner of this season at Pocono, and Mike Becker in car number 7, the QVC Ford. And starting shotgun in the field, we'll have Al Lagacy, the winner of this season at Las Vegas. He's in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, car number 33. So the points battles, as we said, is tend to be a runaway for first placer at the moment. But as we said, anything can change, and Dover's one of those tracks that can change that here. It's let's get to command the fire the engines here for the running of the Tax Slayer 400.
Drivers, start those engines!
Sounds almost like a WWE singer player. Sounds almost like a WWE wrestler doing the command, eh? Field lined up as they come off pit road. So the field lined up, come off pit road here as they come off turn number 2 to get as they'll get the green flag this time by Pontiac and Pontiac and Ford, excuse me, on the front row for today's event. At Dover, Kyle Matthews has not won since the second race on the tour at Rockingham in the Goodwrench Service 400. And lucky for him, we'll be heading back there late in the season for the AC Delco 400, of course. But and Dylan Young, who finally got his win at Watkins Glen this season. Both those two, along with Jason Haywood, looking for their second wins of the season, while Dylan Potey and Kev Shear looking for their first of the season as they come off turn number 4, looking for a green flag, and they did it. We're racing at Dover. In-car cameras carried by 3 of our 5 starters, Dylan Young, Kyle Matthews, and Kev Shearer, as they come off turn number 4. And Dylan Young is off the wall a little bit, and so did, I think, a couple others, but they managed to maintain control. And, oh, gosh, they're 3, almost 4 wide through the turns at Dover. Crazy stuff, and you usually can't do that at Dover as they come down through the... And several guys banging on the wall a little bit come off the 4th turn. Turn 4 is usually a trouble spot on the track like Dover. And turn 2 can be as well as they come down there as they go into turn number 3 now. And let's see what happens. They come off the 4th corner now. And oh, this is not going to be pretty. Jessica Shelton and Joshua Osborne ran each other on the inside of the track. Osborne got the wall. Shelton's up on the high side now. Sam tells me they'll wreck this lap, is what's going to tell me right here. Oh, gosh. We're continuing to watch this battle of cars right there. See what happens there. Joshua Osborne gets out of this mix right there, but Shelton's right smack in the middle of it. And now we got trouble on the front stretch. Shane Lake has crashed, so has, I think, Max Anderson. We're still green. And we've had a caution throw for anything less than that. And now we got trouble. Johnny Gardner's involved. There's Michael Whitman, JT Bryant, Ryan George is in it. Al Lagacy's in it. Damage to the Phil Parker car. On major damage to the Ryan Acosta car. And oh, Kyle Matthews pulls into him. Oh gosh, here we go. What in the heck happened? Kat Batson's got some damage to her car now. She almost ran into the back of Becca Tellier's car. We saw damage to the Shelton car, I think. There's Fitzwater. He's able to drive away. Well, no time like the present. See what happened in replay on this one. Yellow number 1 happening on the I think it was the 8th lap of the event. And let's see where it all started. It's all started come off the fourth corner, obviously. And so in this front of the pack of cars right there, there's Bryant and Lopez. They get right off turn number 4 again. The Jesse Turner. Then Becker gets involved in the 7 car, and Turner spins right in front of right into Gardner. Everybody trying to play a game of where do I go when I get there. Whitman, I think he misses this. I don't know. Whitman does not miss this, actually. He gets into JT Bryant. And then, oh my gosh, Ryan George got jacked up by Ryan Acosta. McIntyre somehow got through it. And there's Phil Parker. He spins right there. Chelsea Bowles in the 7 car. I think in the 77 car, I think she's got some damage to her car. Meantime, Shane Lake and Max Anderson both come down pit road. Matthews led him back to the start-finish line. Now, let's watch what happens. The leaders are piling in right about now. And Matthews comes up the racetrack here. He gets a piece of Ryan George, and then everybody starts piling in right there at this point. Oh, my gosh. Young rear ends Plord. Then Batson gets in there. Keith Batson, that is. And then Becca Tellier, she rear ends the back of Quentin Moore's car. And here comes Osborne at this point. Shelton's on the inside. She's trying to miss the whole Holocaust herself. And Osborne comes to a dead stop. And yeah, Shelton stood at this point right there. And let's see, yeah. Osborne was the points leader. I don't know if he got any piece of the whole thing himself. That's Dover for you, though. And so, yeah, I don't think there's any damage to the Shelton car. I think her and McIntyre came out of this A-OK. And I think Matthews might have as well. And I think also so did Osborne. So, so we're looking through our top 5 cars in the points coming into this event, and so I think some of them came out as okay. So it turns out Kyle Matthews didn't get any damage to his car, so he's in good shape. He's the leader of the race right now. Second is Jason Haywood. Then third is Kev Shear. Fourth is right now Preston Plord, and he's got some damage to his car. So does William Brock, who's in 5th. Kyle Langland's up to 6th. Jack Lagacy's now 7th. 8th is Joshua Osborne. 9th right now is Alexander Rowe. And 10th is another top 5 car in the points. That's Joshua Collard. So it'll be interesting to see who gets going and who doesn't. Shelton right now is running 11th at the moment. With Nick Baxter running in 12th as the field will come down for green flag racing. It's going to be interesting to see how this all ends up there on this restart or whatever. But I was amazed we made it through this as long as we did, though, without a yellow flag. But green flag is back out. We're back underway. Kyle Matthews out in front here at Dover. And everybody getting held up behind the 98 car of Max Anderson. Kev Shear still hung up behind. And now he and now you see Anderson come down pit road. Now we got another spin. Glenn Duhit's involved. There's Paul Minnick spinning. And oh, Kyle Matthews hits the 44 of Zorlin! The leader's got some damage to his car. So apparently Zorlin spun through 1 and 2, and Matthews could not avoid him and slams into the back of Jonathan's car. Oh gosh, a tough way for Kyle, who led the first 14 laps of this racing. On lap 15, it all falls down for him. We saw Jason Haywood get down to the apron of the track. But yeah, Glenn Duhit and Paul Minnick were among the ones that were the cause of the first caution, the cause of this caution flag. And I think I saw the 90 of Jordan Lopez get down on the car of Glenn Duhit. And one of our championship contenders was very close to being in the crash. That was Shelton, I think. Yeah, she escapes. But there's where Minnick, he spins where they're trying to avoid the whole thing. Oh, gosh. So for Minnick and Duhit, they're able to get back going again. But for Jordan Lopez in the 90 car, he and the leaders are going to come in right about this point, I think, right now. Matthews comes up and, oh gosh. So Zorlin's back out on the racetrack right now. Matthews is now back out as well. And he'll be on the tail end, and he'll be one of the tail cars in the lead lap. Now you're riding with Kyle Matthews right now. He's in 31st position after running as the leader of the race. So the lead now is going to go to the damaged up car of Jason Haywood. And already we have already got 7 cars out of this race here at Dover, and I don't think we're done yet. 19 laps. We're going to lap number 19 right now here at Dover. Haywood's the leader. Kev shares second. Third is Langland. Fourth is now Preston Plord. And here comes Alexander Rowe, who's in 5th position as he moves inside of the lap car of Max Anderson. And Joshua Osborne, our championship leaders, right in the eye of the storm right here. Nick Baxter, 3 wide between he, Jack Lagacy, and several others. They come out the 4th corner. Let's see what happens off the 4th turn this time by. And oh, we got problems again! And Shelton's involved this one! Shelton's involved. Parker's involved. Poteet. And now we got more cars piling in. Haywood, the leader's got some damage to his car. So the second leader falls to some damage on the front, falls to a hood buckle on his car. And that is caution number 3 that's come out. And Kyle Langland's got some damage to his car. Car 25 as well. All because they won't stop for wreck traffic. Well, they got 3 wide there behind Parker and Ryan George. And then Collard's going to hit Parker at this point, slams him in the wall. Parker comes right back right in front of Jessica Shelton, and she and Collard crash. And then she, oh my gosh, bad crash for Jessica Shelton, and rides the wall along, and as she gets bulldozed by Dylan Poteet in 22. 9 car of Ashlyn Boyd's involved as well. So let's watch the leaders at this point, see how they crashed. There's Haywood. Bam! He and Langland, Shearer, Alexander Road, they all pile right in. And again, the car that's got no damage is our points leader. Unbelievable. There's Jason Haywood. There's Phil Parker right there, too. So the cars now out of the race are Kyle Langland, Nick Baxter, Cole Bieber, Dylan Young, Zachary Fitzwater, Keith Batson, Quentin Moore is out of the race. The 10 car of Ryan Acosta and the 17 of Shane Lake are all out because of crashes. And like I said, I don't think we're done yet here at Dover. We're not done by a long shot because we will only have 24 completed in the books at this race. This means that we may have a surprise winner, or we may even have a damaged up car win this race. I do not freaking know. Pace courses are off. Kev Shearer is now the leader of the race. So I wonder how this is going to end up. Kev Shearer is the leader of the race. Second is Alexander Rowe. Third is now William Brock. Fourth is Jack Lagacy. Fifth is Johnny Gardner. JT Bryant is sixth. Seventh right now is Aldra Baranowskis. Eighth right now is Paul Minnick. Ninth is Joshua Osborne. And 10th is the 23 of Ryan George. Then Jesse Turner's 11th. Jessica Shelton's 12th. 13th is Dylan Poteet. 14th is Becca Tellier. 15th is Jordan Lopez. 16th is Levi McIntyre. 17th right now is Patrick Smith. 18th is Al Lagacy. 19th is Kat Batson. And Mike Becker is right now in 20th position. Like I said, I don't think we're done crashing here in this race, neither. 3 cautions, so we're not even halfway through. We'll be halfway in about 5 more laps of this race. Michael Whitman's on the inside of the racetrack here. He's a lap down in the 31st position as the green flag is about to fall. And we're back underway here at Dover on lap number 26. William Brock moves inside, and William Brock's going to take the lead. And here comes Johnny Gardner to the inside. Gardner inside of Brock. Let's see what happens off the 4th turn this time. And they got Jack Lagacy caught smack dab in the middle. And now here comes Kev Shearer in this mix. Yeah, if I'm some of those guys, I would be moving out of the way here. This is crazy. Off Calamity Corner, turn 4. And Plord's the only one that got the wall, and Kev Shearer, who was leader of the restart, he's now down to 18th. And so Johnny Gardner is now the leader of the race here with JT Bryant running as second. Let's see what happens off the fourth turn as time by. So we got stuff all spread out right now. Johnny Gardner's now the leader race. Second position is JT Bryant. Third is Audra Baranowskis. Fourth is now Joshua Osborne, the points leader. And basically the only clean car in this race right now. Jesse Turner right now is in fifth. And now Jordan Lopez on the inside of the track. He gets back up the track here. And does not hit anybody. So Lopez is okay now. And here comes Minnick to the inside of Ryan George. And yellow flag is waved again for the fourth time. And Becca Tellier, the sixth car, has crashed apparently. And yep, it's and we see Ashlyn Boyd and Charles Sanford. Sanford's another top 10 runner in the points. Yep, and I think something tells me the 9 and the 6 got into it, coming off turn number 4. Where else? Ashlyn Boyd gets a good run on the inside of Becca Tellier as they come through the third and fourth turns here. Off turn number 4 they come. 9 car just blatantly turned to 6 right into the wall hard. She goes. Oh my gosh. Up the track they go, and Charles Sanford, unfortunately for him, does not miss the crash, and he slams into the 6, gets a piece of the 6 car. So the 6, the 9, and the 41 are all on pit road. Actually, let me rephrase that. The 41 is now out of the race because of a broken valve on that car. And the 9 car has got a dead fuel pump, so now the 41 and the 9 are now fall out of the race, and they join the other 10 cars that are out of the race here, and now make that 11. Now make that 13 cars out of the race. There, the 6 cars now out because of a crash. So that should leave us with 29 cars left in this race here at Dover Downs, and we're just past halfway. So the fourth caution flag is flown. And we will still have 15 laps to go in this race, and make that now 28 cars actually left in this race actually. So all in all, 13 cars out of this race at Dover. And like I said, I don't think we're done yet. And so damaged up at all, Levi McIntyre, who's second place in the points coming in, he's now 7th. And checking where the other points, top 5 in the points are at, there's Shelton's 21st. Collard is right now 17th. And Keith Batson, who is 5th in the points, he's out of the race already. So as the green flag's about to fly again here, we're back underway on lap number 36 of 60. We still have 25 laps to go. And here comes Levi McIntyre. He's going to go inside. He says, I've had enough of being caught behind a lap car. Turner's now caught behind. Let's see what happens off the fourth turn. And poor Jesse Turner, William Brock, and Dylan Poteet, they're stuck behind the lap car of Michael Whitman. They go through turn number 3, and here comes Calamity Corner, turn 4. We usually keep an eye on the lap cars because sometimes, a lot of times, they can present a problem for the leaders. I know I say that many times. So every time we have a lap car on the inside, but that's a bear stressing. And look at some of those hoodless cars. It looks like a modified race. And oh, Phil Parker has stuffed Mike Becker up on a wall ride. And we're still green. Oh, and the leaders better watch out. Becker's on the inside of the racetrack, though, so that should be okay, I think. Unless he somehow goes back up that track, though. Gardner. Yeah, so no worse now. Gardner is now pulls by as Becker comes on pit road. So 20 laps to go now. 8:19 now. Now we got crash. And it's Preston Plord in the 15 car that's crashed, along, I think, with the 4 of William Brock. No, Gardner better slam on brakes. I thought Gardner was going to go up and hit the back of Plord's car, I thought. Jeez. So that is caution number 5, I think. Yeah. And I think it is. That is caution period number 5 here at Dover Downs International Speedway. The Monster Mile is definitely chewing those cars and spitting them out. That is for darn sure here today. And that's how I'll just call it Dover. The cars that try to choose up cars and spits them out. And Plord's the latest one in the bunch that's now done that as he goes into William Brock. And Plord crashes into the wall. Brock apparently didn't have his it didn't cost William Brock much at all, though, because I mean all he did was hit the front stretch wall and then just missed the inside wall that separates the track from pit road. Real time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, tells you how quick things can happen on this track. As Preston Plord sits on pit road. So Preston Plord's now out of the race, and as is another top 5 contender in the points, Kyle Matthews is now out of the race. So looks like Plord is going to finish 27th, and Matthews is going to finish 28th. So that just now leaves 26 cars left in this race here at Dover. Boy, how many cars are we going to have left at this race? So that's what I'm going to be wondering. And we still have 14 laps to go here at Dover, and Johnny Gardner gets another good start. And now our 2 points contenders, McIntyre and Osborne, are now stuck behind Whitman and the 7 car of Mike Becker. Here they come off the 4th turn. Let's see what happens off the 4th turn. And Becker's now stuck in the middle. Off turn number 2, they're going to split them both ways. Or try to split them both ways. I hate to know what's going to happen through the 4th turn here. Here they come through the turn number 4. At Legacy to the inside of Becker's. Going to be close. So he gets by them, and now Becker decides to move right in front of Joshua Osborne. The points leader in the 37 cars. They come off the 2nd turn. And they go into turn number 3 now. We keep an eye on Becker right now. Johnny Gardner still the leader of the race in car number 16, with JT Bryant in 2nd. Off turn number 4 they come. Let's see what happens. Or turn number 2, excuse me, they come. Everybody doing a good job getting by as they come through the turn. And oh no, 4 wide off the 4 turn! And here we go! And again, points leader Osborne was in front of it. Oh my gosh. And oh, Johnny Gardner did not want to see that yellow come out with 10 laps remaining in this race. And oh, slow up. Yep, 4 wide at Dover. A recipe for disaster. And it definitely was disaster. Okay, so let's see what happens here. And they come to the third and fourth turns there. There's the one car of Alex and Rowe. Yeah, they got through turn number 4, and look who was on the outside of that. It was Osborne was on the outside of that, and I thought for sure the points leader was toast at this point. And when you go forward like that, it usually means it's inevitable. They come off the fourth turn. The one car kind of laid down on the 37 is what it looked like. Osborne somehow escapes crash again. And the 87 goes spinning. 88 car of Cat Batson gets into a spin. Shelton's also escaped as well. So Patrick Smith's in it. The Alexander Rowe is in it. Jack Legacy and Cat Batson were all in it. So the caution flag flies with 10 laps to go in this race here at Dover Downs International Speedway. And we will get the restart here with, 5 laps to go. We will get the race restarted. And more cars involved in this and join the attrition list. So 24 cars are now left in this race. It's Gardner leading, Bryant second, McIntyre third, Minnick in fourth, and fifth is Lopez. Can we have a surprise winner possibly? We'll find out. Once it's all said and done, Johnny Gardner, he won at Pocono this season, and he's looking to win this one. He's been the dominant car in the second half of the race. They come through turns 3 and 4 now. JT Bryant keeping it close. McIntyre now trying to look to the inside. Let's remember, one of McIntyre's 5 wins was at Dover in the first stop here, so he's looking for a sweep. But it's been hard to pass on this racetrack, though. Ryan George looking inside of Al Legacy for position. That's for 6th. Lexi gets off the wall, and somebody got off the wall on the outside. That was Glenn Duhit in the 8 car. And now he and Jessica Shelton will go toe-to-toe for position. Meantime, Patrick Smith and Joshua Osborne battle it out. That's 13th and 14th on the screen. Meantime, 2 laps to go for Johnny Gardner in car 16. And he'll see the white flag this time by the Family Channel Prime Star Ford. Rounds the 4th turn they come. Johnny Gardner's head sees the white flag 1 mile away from victory number 2 this season. As he rounds turn number 2. And several are going to get the Attaboy Awards for the top 10 finishes. And I'm going to tell you who when we get to the running order. But off the 4th turn where it all counts, Johnny Gardner wins the Tax Slayer 400 at Dover. And we got a trouble on the front stretch and right at the checkered flag. Possibly. Nope. Just some wall scrapers. Okay. But Johnny Gardner survives disaster at Dover Downs International Speedway, and he wins today in the Tech Slayer 400. And I don't think there was a car. It's been damaged up here today. I tell you, that looked like an overgrown Bristol, if you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. Johnny Gardner wins the race, and one of our attaboys go to JT Bryant, second place today for him. An excellent run. Levi McIntyre started way back in the back and ends up finishing third. Fourth will go to Paul Minnick. Fifth place will go to Jordan Lopez. Going sixth will be Ryan George. Seventh will be William Brogg. Eighth to Al Lagacy. Ninth to Jesse Turner. And 10th to Joshua Collard. And so Levi McIntyre is going to get a bit of a points harvest here up in the, as he's going to gain some points on Joshua Osborne in the points, though. But like I said, we said this track is can play a wild card in the points, and boy, was I not lying after this one. Wow. Average speed 86.076 miles an hour, thanks to those 5 or 6 caution periods we've had. I've lost count after about the fourth one. So race 29 is in the books. Johnny Gardner wins today at Dover. We gave you the top 10 already. Audra Baranowski comes home in 11th. Dylan Pote, a great 12th place run for him. Patrick Smith 13th. Joshua Osborne, a solid 14th for him. Glenn Duhit 15th. Jessica Shelton survives several disasters herself and finishes 16th in this race. Chelsea Bull 17th. 18th Jack Lagacy. 19th Kev Shearer. And 20th will go to Jonathan Zorlin. Jason Haywood 21st, and he and Kev Shearer were two of the early leaders in this race too, and both got taken out because they couldn't slow down for the crash traffic after the yellow flag flew. And there's another guy we're going to mention there that was in the same boat as well. Phil Parker, 22nd, 23rd. Michael Whitman, 24th. Mike Becker, he was the last car to finish. Cat Badson, out of the race. Alexander Rowe, out of the race. Preston Plord, out of the race. Kyle Matthews, out of the race. And he was another early leader that couldn't slow down for crash traffic. The rest of the out of the race drivers: Charles Sanford, Ashlyn Boyd, Becca Tellier, Kyle Langland, Nick Baxter, and Max Anderson. Cole Deaver, Dylan Young, Zachary Fitzwater, Keith Badson, Quentin Moore, Ryan Acosta, and Shane Lake were the cars out of the race here. The cars out of the race here today. So all in all, we had, son of a gun, we had 15 cars, I think, out of this race. Nope, 17 cars out of this race here today at Dover. So the Dover, like I said, the Monster Mile lived up to its nickname today here, as, like I said, the track that chews up cars and spits them out. Chewed up and spit out 17 cars today here at Dover. That's for darn sure. But the main survivor was Johnny Gardner, as he wins the Tech Slayer 400 here today at Dover Downs International Speedway, averaging just over 86 miles an hour. And I don't think Charlotte will be as bad, I don't think. Yep, Charlotte is the next stop on the tour for the running of the Mellow Yellow 500. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NRS's gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for this channel. And please be sure to check out Seth's Tech Slayer Truck Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. Please be sure to check those races out. Guarantee you his races are a whole heck of a lot better than what I have to offer. That's for darn sure. But anyway, you will not regret checking those races out. And some of the best offline racing is right here in the NNSCRA. So congratulations again to Johnny Gardner, the winner of the Tech Slayer 400. For now, this is James Qualls. Right now, this is James Qualls. I'm going to saying so long for Dover Downs International Speedway. This has been a presentation of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best, or worst in my case.